Welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how to change all the IDs of the elements that we see displayed on the screen, and in order to do that we're just going to go and change this Android ID attribute for all the elements that we see displayed. And we want to do it because as you see right now we have a very generic name for them. We just have text view and also, as you see, edit text, and then the next one is just seek bar. So they're not saying anything about our elements. We want to have something like txt um, title, or just our seek bar for inputting the amount of weekly savings. So something that's more specific, something that gives us a hint about the elements that we want to reference later on. So in order to change these values, instead of just typing in the new value, we're gonna use a feature that's called refactor rename. And we're doing this because if we're using the refactor rename, then we're gonna change the ID in all the places in Android Studio in our application. But otherwise, if we don't use the refactor rename, if I just change the name right here, then all the other places that store this ID won't know about the changes that I just did. So I'm just gonna go, and as you see, we just have to place our cursor just somewhere on this inside these double quotes, and then I'm gonna go right click and then refactor and then rename. So that's the way to get to this feature. And then as you see, this dialog box that just popped right here, we just have to change from text view to txt and then title, and then I'm gonna click refactor. So now it has been changed all over, as you can see in this edit text, which is positioned just below our title. You can see this attribute changed as well. So it says layout below ID txt title. So it just changes everywhere in Android Studio for our project. And for this edit text, as you can see, the ID is just edit text. We're gonna go again, right click and then refactor rename, and we're gonna call it EDT and then yearly income. And then I'm gonna click refactor. Okay, and the seek bar, well, we can just keep it as it is because we only have one seek bar and we know it's used for the weekly savings. And for the text is just above the above the seek bar for the weekly savings. As you can see right now, it's called text view 2. We're gonna go refactor and rename it, and we're just gonna start by saying txt and then weekly savings and then refactor. And for this text, which represents the total amount of savings per year, we're just gonna change it and we're gonna go refactor rename it, and we're gonna say txt because it's a text view, and we're gonna say total savings and then refactor. And for the button, well, it's the only button that we have, but I just want to make it more specific, so I'm just gonna go refactor and rename it, and I'm just gonna use BTN. Usually this is the abbreviation used for button, and then reset, and then I'm gonna refactor. And so as you see right now, we have changed all the IDs, and that's very useful, and you will see when we're gonna code in Java, we're gonna reference all these elements. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video.